Hey guys, I wanted to talk with you, you, about an aspect of selling that could be useful to know if you don't already know it. Something that I've realized is very useful in getting my ideas across and landing various deals and taking on new clients and selling products and anything involving persuasion that leads to some kind of a deal. And so for any of you guys who are involved in the world of selling, which is actually all of you really in some form or another, most of us have something to sell, and if we don't, we probably don't realize that we do. There's selling involved in everything. But one of the aspects of the sales game that I wanted to bring up today, which I was thinking about recently, that I wanted to pass on with you lot as we stroll through this interesting part of Tbilisi, is the idea of selling the experience of either your product or your service. The importance of having the potential client or customer experience a small aspect or the full experience of what it might be like to have the product before they've even bought it. This is something that I've used to bring on new coaching clients, for example. A lot of coaches who try and bring on new clients, they'll sell the concept of the coaching, and they'll try and sell all the benefits, and they'll try and sell all the features of the coaching. So for example, I'm going to do 3 sessions a month with you for an hour, and it's going to cost this much, and it's going to help you in these ways, and you're going to benefit in these ways. Or if you're selling some sort of a product, maybe it's an online course, you'll say to your prospect, oh, this is what it's going to do for you, and these are the features, these are the benefits. Listing these things out is useful and will contribute to a sale, but to really be in the smaller minority of those who make a bigger impact, and you want to make an impact in sales. You know, it's about survival at its foundational element, and if you're struggling to make money, then you want to get good at sales. And I've always thought it was a bit of a what's the word? Not something that I really wanted to get too involved in, but I've realized more and more over the years the importance of sales. Very important to know how to sell, and very important to know how to make the selling experience a positive one for you and the client. And as I said, selling the experience over selling the features and benefits is very, very powerful stuff. So in my case with the coaching, I would bring someone on a call and give them the experience of working with me for an hour, 2 hours. A lot of coaches rush potential clients through an initial sales call, and they give them the spiel and the benefits and the features, and they don't really give them an experience of what it's like to be coached and to experience change. So I might, for example, sit down with someone and talk about what they want, and what are some of the things that are holding them back from getting what they want, and really knowing with extra clarity what it is they want, and then giving them some ideas on how they could get those things. And in doing so, I'm giving them the experience of coaching, which makes it a lot easier to finally sell coaching with these guys, because they know that their experience with me has been a positive one. God knows where I'm going. I'm on a stage here with a disco ball behind me. So this is all about sales here. Look at these guys. They're really selling themselves. They're really selling the experience. Before you've even walked in, you know this place is going to be fun, and they're no doubt going to be very busy tonight, because they're already selling the experience before the place is even opened. So think about how you could get one step ahead of most people who are trying to sell stuff by thinking about how to give the customer an experience of the product. Another example would be, look, here's my little ginger-haired friend. He doesn't know much about sales, but he knows a lot about meowing. One example could be, for example, you get these door-to-door salesmen who sell hoovers, sell vacuum cleaners. The best ones, I've heard a story about this guy who goes door-to-door and is extremely successful because he gives the customer experience of using the hoover. So he'll chuck a load of mud on the floor, and using the product will clean it up in an instant, and the people who are potentially going to buy are much more likely to buy because they've seen the product in action. They don't need to be told how good it is. They see it and they experience it, and they experience the emotional power that comes through seeing that it's actually working. So you want to show how your products and services can work. So if you're a designer, for example, you want to get on a call with someone and give them an experience of what it's like to work with you. You know, you want to give them the humanity. You want to make a connection. You want to make an emotional connection with potential clients rather than listing everything out in a big landing page. You want to give someone the experience of working with you. How could you do that more? That means interacting with people. That means making connections, making relationships, getting on calls, and really giving them something a little bit further, something a little bit beyond the product itself. And that's the experience of working with you, and it's also the experience of using the product as well. Maybe you're an artist who sells paintings and you can offer people 2 days, this is just me plucking something out of thin air, 2 days of having the painting in their house somehow. That's just an example of what I'm talking about. You want them to experience it, and so when they've had that experience, they'll want more of it, and then they'll buy. Make sense? What are you selling in your life? And how might you think more about, rather than selling the concept of what you're selling, sell the experience. Give people a taste. This is why tasters are so important and so powerful. You hand out free tasters in Starbucks. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing in Starbucks. They give out a real taste, a real experience of what their product's like. And that will bring more people in through the door. That will bring more of an experience to the customers of what those things are like to eat, and they'll buy more of them. And they'll also, of course, end up buying a hell of a lot more than just a cake, because that'll have an effect over the long term as well. What do you think, little fella? You well? So, you know, that's that. That's my sales pitch for today. I mean, in a way it is. I'm doing a video, one of these videos every day, and I'm effectively selling the experience in a roundabout way, I suppose, of what it's like to work with me, what it's like to speak and communicate with me through the medium of video. How could you bring more of that into your own life, and how could you mesmerize and give your guys, your followers, your prospects a taste, more of a taste of who you are, what it's like to work with you, what it's like to use your products, and be intelligent about it. Hope that helped, guys. Do subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more things like this, more daily tips and ideas, make sure you're subscribed wherever you're listening to this through. Do like this video if you indeed liked it, and I will see you in the next video.